Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. We are here at First Baptist Church, Gilmerton. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. To see what we can do to help them out and modernize their media ministry. So let's get inside here and let's see what we can do to help them out. All right, folks, let's go ahead and do this talk through so I can remember exactly what needs to be done and we'll get back in front of the computer. So what we got is they're want to move from Switcher Studio and looking at probably doing a 20x PTZ here. I don't have my laser measure here, but that looks about like to the back wall, probably around like 65 feet, if that. So a 20x will be more than enough. Only want to go with one camera right now, but we'll put the infrastructure in place for everything else. One thing I would need to know is with this projector, if it supports 1080p. So I am going to look at the model of this and make sure I can verify which one is which. But then we're looking at, they have an X32, so getting sound and making a separate mix is not a problem. Look at probably getting an A10 Mini Extreme. They're using Media Shout, so we'll feed something into that so that they can project. We're probably going to run this TV directly from the computer, so that will be a dedicated confidence monitor inside of Media Shout. Everything else will feed to here. Worst case, we will have to do a converter on here, a up-down cross HD, if that does not support 1080p. But I think that is really about it. So let me get in front of the computer. We're going to design everything out, send it back to them, and then we go from there. So let's cut over to the computer. Alrighty, folks, we are back from First Baptist Church of Gilmerton. My apologies if I pronounced that wrong. Let's go ahead and design this. This is going to be a pretty simple kind of layout, typical to what we've done before. And I actually have a video coming out pretty soon that just talks about mainly how to set up a multi-camera live streaming system for your church. So be on the lookout for that. So let's get in here. All right. So they already have a lot of this stuff set up. So let's go ahead and speed through their setup. They have a projector in the front right there. They do have a television in the back. And I should have slid all this over. It's over here. Maybe I should start doing that. So we got this right here. They do have a custom Ryzen 5 1400 PC that is running Media Shout 7. That's running, and right now in this setup, this is going here, connected to that TV and connected to the projector. And they're using Switcher Studio with everything. They have a X32 that in this setup, the sound is already connected from the computer into here, so the house can actually hear everything as well. All right, so and that's pretty much their setup. I don't know the distribution that goes to their other TV. I saw a fellowship hall. I didn't walk into there, but again, the concepts are still the same. And this is pretty straightforward, what we're going to do. So they want to go with a camera, so I recommended multiple, but we'll start with just one. Looking at putting that PTZ on this back wall. So that'll be our back PTZ. I am recommending an ATEM Mini Extreme, because I was going to recommend that. ATEM Mini Extreme. So we're going to connect this directly here. Now, let's actually do this. We got our audio coming from the X32. We actually already made a separate mix. I labeled it we have to build it out, but it is there. So now it has its own separate mix. It's going to be for the live stream here. We're also going to do a joystick. Well, recommending a joystick to control this. We're going to need a PoE switch to send power to all of this fun stuff. So we're going to just, even though the computer's already connected, we're just going to reestablish a connection there. Connect the ATEM. Connect the camera. Come on now, I want to change the color here. Also do our joystick. Scoop this down so I can see easily. And we're also going to reestablish this connection. We're going to kill the connection to the projector. And this is going to become a static stage monitor. That's going to be connected directly to MediaShout. We're going to add an HDMI splitter here. So the main out from our Extreme is now going to have a distribution here. Now, when I looked up that model, I think the model of the projector only supports 720p. So this is where I'm going to reintroduce the up-down Cross HD by Blackmagic. This will change the resolution and scale it down so that we'll send in 1080p, but then just for that projector, we will set this to support 720p. Makes it easy, don't have to change the projector. And these are going for originally $200, now they're around to $160, and that will handle whatever conversion that's needed for there. And then if there were other TVs throughout the sanctuary, we have another 7 outputs to support that. All right. Now, inside of this, what we're also going to do now is that the connection that was going from MediaShout is now going to go into the ATEM. So now we'll have the full screen projection coming this way. And now we can have scripture, lyrics, full screen here, and then this screen will be separate. So now this is handling all of that. Really, like I said, really simple. It's setting them up for the future. If they want to, I recommended a front camera. They said not right now. But if they did another camera, all we would have to do is have another fiber optic HDMI cable or whatever type of converter you want. You can do SDI and convert it back at the camera and vice versa, or just run SDI from the camera and convert it back here at the ATEM, whichever one you want. And then we just run another connection for power. What I typically always do as well is I add a 1U surge protector so that you flip that switch. That kills the power to the ATEM, anything that's running off of the PoE switch as well too. So it makes it a master on and off for all that stuff. And that's really it. Not a lot to this setup. A link is going to be down below to my blog that shows everything there. Have the diagram here. Really, really, really straightforward. They did all the work there in the church themselves. So this is mainly a list so that they can move forward. If they want me to come in and help do the install, hey, I am more than welcome. If we, go forward with that, I'm going to bring a camera, record it, and let you see the whole process. But again, check out the video of how to set up a multi-camera church live streaming setup. That video is dedicated. I made it as vanilla as possible and talk through the reasons why I do the stuff that I do. And that setup can work with anywhere. But again, First Baptist Church, thank you so much for the invite. And hopefully this helps and steers you in the direction that you need to help move your ministry forward. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ. Catch you on the next video. Later.